Hi everybody, I hope you're well. This week is Rosh Hashanah. This is the Jewish New Year. And every holiday has its own special mitzvah. So this special mitzvah is the Shofar. This isn't the fanciest shofar, but it does the job. I can't blow it. I don't know how, but I'm working on it and it sounds awful. But in the meantime, I just wanted to talk about the shofar. This is the mitzvah of the holiday. So please, if you have an opportunity, go hear this shofar. Now, the shofar is an ancient instrument. You'll find references to it all over the Torah and all over the Tanakh, the 24 books of the Jewish Bible. The ones that you might think of are the giving of the Torah. There's a great sound that gets louder and louder of the sound of the shofar before the giving of the Torah. And that's one mention. There's also another mention later in the book of Joshua when, they're going around Jericho 7 times and the walls come tumbling down. They're blowing the shofars while they're going around the city. Those are just 2 examples. There are so many examples throughout. But what I really wanted to talk about is, what does this mean? What does the sound mean? It's the sound of an alarm clock, shaking us, waking us up, getting us out of our everyday routines. I love the shofar. I actually sort of tear up when I hear it, because if you listen to it, close your eyes when you listen to the shofar, and let that sound drill into you. It's a sound that it's raw. This is a ram's horn. This comes from a living being. Don't worry, no animals are hurt when they make these things, just so you know. But it's real. It's not brass, it's not wood. It comes off of an animal. And the sound it makes drills into you. Close your eyes and listen to that drilling into your soul. It's an alarm clock waking you up, saying to you, who am I? It gets you thinking, who am I? It shakes you. Who am I? In some ways, we don't know who we are unless we think about it. Most of us don't get a chance because we're so busy with day-to-day stuff, For me, it's just keeping everyone alive, But we don't have a chance. Rosh Hashanah isn't a party. For other people's New Year's, they have big parties. I mean, we definitely have the food, but not the party thing going on. But Rosh Hashanah is our chance to stop and say, okay, well, who am I? And this is your alarm clock. Sometimes we have to really think what the end game is. What do we want on our tombstone when we're gone after 120 years? What do we want in our obituary after 120 years? You can't take money. You can't take your car, your fancy car. You can't take anything with you. It's just you. So who are you? Right? You stop and think, we're all good people, but what do we want to really bring out of ourselves? Am I kind? I might be kind to some people, but not to other people. Am I generous? Not all of us have money. We're not talking about necessarily money. Giving tzedakah is important. Everyone should give something. Doesn't have to be huge amounts. But not only generous with money, but what about our time? Do we help each other out a little bit? Do we take the time to listen? Or are we listening in order to have something to say to the person next? Are we waiting our turn to talk? And that's why we're listening. We're just waiting for the break so we can jump in. Do we actually listen to people? Do we listen to our kids? Do we listen to our partners and husbands and wives? Do we actually listen, or are we just there? Are we on our phone while they're talking to us? Things to work on, I mean, those are things between people. You know, are we generous? Do we spend time with people? Do we listen to other people? Well, those are making connections with other people. What about connections with God too? You know, even if you're not into the whole, like, you have trouble wrapping your head around a God that loves you, just at least go outside and look at how amazing the world really is. And I think it was, could be Rambam, I hope I'm right, Maimonides said you can find God in nature, and you can see the Creator in nature. And maybe that's what you need to do, is go find the Creator out there in nature. But don't forget prayer. Don't forget making that connection. Prayer is just making connection. Prayer is like making a phone call to God, saying, hey, thank you for everything. And, you know, this is what's going on in my life. These are the things I appreciate, and these are the things I need help with. Really, prayer is just making connection. Because the more connections you make, the easier it is to have a relationship. You can't have relationships with people you never talk to. Or you can, but it's a lot harder, and you're not going to be as, it's not going to be as intimate a relationship. And you want that kind of relationship with God who loves you. So there's so many levels here, you know, to look at yourself and say, who am I and where do I want to be? And it doesn't have to be huge improvement from year to year. Just to say, you know, what did I do that I think I could do a tad bit better? For me, I'm not sure if I'm listening 100% when I'm on my phone. And I say, oh, well, I'm just playing a game. I'm not really paying attention to the phone. Really, I'm listening to the person I'm sitting and talking to. Is that the truth, or am I just deluding myself? I think I'm deluding myself. But people are people, and we can always improve. You know, I tell my kids, you know, none of us are perfect, because sometimes they get down on things. Oh, how come I didn't do this? How come I didn't do that? Okay, we're people. Don't focus on the problem. Say, okay, I made an error. Where can I go from here? Look for solutions. We're looking for ways to say, hey, I'm awake. I'm here. I want to be a part of, I want to be the best person after this is all over, that everybody says, oh, that person was a good person. You know, you want people to remember you in a good way. Because, you know, God put you here to do something, to help others, really, and to make this world a godly world. It's not a world where we say, okay, whatever. We'll just do our bit. We'll just keep our own family going, and everything else can go to pot. No, we have responsibilities in this world. God put us here to do something with it. We're partners with God. And we want to be good partners, responsible partners. But we also want to be, we each have a mission within that. What is our mission? So, Shofar. It is such a special sound. You have such a visceral feeling when you listen to it. It gets you. So I want you to take the time this Rosh Hashanah, try your best to hear Shofar both days. Rosh Hashanah is 2 days. Neither of them are Shabbat, because we don't blow Shofar on Shabbat. But so this year we have an opportunity to hear it 2 days in a row, which is nice. Have a wonderful Rosh Hashanah, everybody. Wishing everybody a happy and healthy year with lots of good news for all of you on a personal level, and also for the whole Jewish people as a whole. We should only hear good news, and wishing everybody out there the best. Take care of yourselves, and Shofar. It's quite the alarm clock. Take care.